Welcome to Nintendo Indie News. I'm your host Chris Diasis, and we are here to talk about Reggie Fils-Aimé. He was doing an interview with Kotaku. The one of the rag websites. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of them. But one of the interesting things that I picked out was he kind of caught himself out, and this is what I'll read from it. Good salesman makes it personal, so Fils-Aimé tosses in an aside, acknowledging that he knows that I have young children, the kind of details that come up in small talk over the years with a person you've interviewed for over a decade. He's telling me the 3DS, 2DS is great for the entry consumer, the parent with a 5, 6, 7-year-old. You're not quite there yet. Soon you'll be buying a 2DS or 2DS XL. I'm not too sure if Fils-Aimé has memorized exactly how old my children are. They're almost 2. You'll still be selling them in 4 years. I ask. This will be impressive, da 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 da. Yes, Fils-Aimé pauses, perhaps catching himself sliding from personal appeal to accidentally promising several more years of support. Certainly hope so. For that entry consumer, it's perfect. Going back to his pitch. Now, the interesting thing is, would the 3DS and 2DS still be on for sale in the year 2022? That would bring the console's age to 11 years old. Now, we've seen consoles that's gone to that decade part, which is probably the PS2 was sold for an extraordinary long time, and even the Game Boy, which was still selling in 97, 98 after. Oh, that would have been the 8, 9-year mark. So it's quite possible that the success of the 3DS and 2DS could keep going, and they just sparingly do ports of games from, I don't know, the Wii or the Wii U or something like that. I wouldn't really know how they would do it. They would have to do maybe even a little further price cut. But of course, a lot of people would complain about the game surviving for so long. But I wouldn't have any problems with it too. And the other reason too is Nintendo, since the release of the Game Boy 1989, has always had 2 consoles. If one doesn't sell very well, they've always got the other one that would help them out. The Wii U failed and the 3DS helped them out. The GameCube didn't do so well, and then you've got the Game Boy Advance that did alright. So, and if they get rid of one, and for some, let's just say in an alternative universe, that the Nintendo Switch starts to sell poorly, there's no backup, there's no other console to go back on. And I don't think they really want to be in that situation where they're stuck with one poor selling console and they don't know what to do next. I don't think that scenario is going to happen. It's very, very unlikely. But it is something to think about. So it's an interesting thing what he sort of slipped out there. But you never know. They might discontinue it in the next year or two, or just keep it going, keep the train rolling. We'll see what the future holds. So that is it for me, and I shall see you later on.